Are you the kind of person who turns toward authority to establish truth, or are you the type of person who turns toward truth to establish authority? I think this is one of the most important questions of our time. In fact, I think the entire cultural civil war that's going on in the United States right now is entirely about a clash between like those two different worldviews. And notice in those two worldviews, there's still such a thing as authorities, right? There's still such a thing as correct and incorrect. There's still such a thing as like morally right and morally wrong. That is not the dispute. The dispute is what establishes authority. Is somebody an authority because they're telling you what you want to hear? Or is somebody an authority because they're correct? Do you turn to truth to establish authority, or do you turn to authority to establish truth? Do you take ivermectin because Joe Rogan told you to, or do you not listen to Joe Rogan anymore because he told people to take ivermectin? Are you hostile towards gay people because the church told you to, or are you hostile toward the church because it's homophobic? People will appeal to tradition as a type of authority. People will appeal to propriety as some sort of authority. Take a look at what this comic is trying to say. How creationists depict the creation-evolution debate. I have this book, but I have this book. They depict it as, let's turn toward authorities to establish truth. But meanwhile, in reality, I finished mapping the genome. My paper on molecular vestigial characters just got published. But I have this book. In this whole scene, we are turning toward truth to establish authority. Do yourself a favor, learn to recognize this phenomenon, and when you do, you're going to see it everywhere. If you see two people arguing about a moral or political question, when you see some sort of culture war controversy flare up in the national debate, almost every time, one person will be appealing toward authority to establish truth, and one person will be turning toward truth to establish authority. You will see it over and over and over.